My friend, listen closely because what you are about to hear is not just a story. It is a lesson. Something happened recently, and it may seem small, but in the journey of personal growth, it carries weight. A woman opened her mouth against you. She didn't hesitate. She didn't stumble. She didn't question herself. She spoke with certainty, as if she believed every word was undeniable truth. And the word she used against you was this: fake. She drew that word like a knife and released it into the air, expecting it to pierce your reputation and poison the room. But what you do not know is where it happened, how it unfolded, and what truth was recorded that night. This did not happen in public. It did not happen on the street. It did not happen by accident. It happened behind closed doors, in a place where laughter seemed harmless and conversation felt casual. A room full of women gathered together, smiling, talking, acting as if everything was innocent. But beneath the surface, hearts were restless. Comparisons were alive. Silent judgments were already circling the air. And inside that atmosphere, your name was waiting to be mentioned. It began softly. Someone was speaking about their life. Someone else added a story. And then, unknowingly, like someone pulling a thread, your name was brought into the conversation. And the atmosphere shifted, because whenever your name is spoken, intentions reveal themselves. She leaned forward that night, not because she cared, not because she was concerned, but because she found an opportunity to release what had been building inside her for months. And she said it with no hesitation. "She's not real. She acts. She puts on a show." It wasn't joking. It wasn't teasing. It was calculated. She wanted her words to echo. She wanted agreement. She wanted witnesses. She didn't choose a casual comment to describe you. She chose a label. A label designed to diminish. A label meant to plant doubt. A label crafted to make others question everything about you. She didn't attack your clothing. She didn't attack your habits. She attacked your authenticity, because jealousy often targets identity. Now let me take you into that room. The music was soft, the lights were warm, the atmosphere looked friendly, but emotionally the room was divided the moment she opened her mouth. Some eyes widened. Some lips pressed tightly. Some hearts secretly enjoyed someone else being discussed. And others felt something was wrong. Some women chose silence, not because they agreed, not because they believed, but because speaking truth would cost them comfort. Silence becomes a shield for those who fear conflict. They watched. They listened. But they said nothing. Their quietness was not neutral. It was agreement without words. Yet not everyone stayed quiet. One woman breathed deeply, and something stirred inside her. Not rage. Not anger. But conviction. Because truth never hides comfortably when lies are spreading. She didn't stand because she wanted attention. She stood because her conscience refused to stay seated. And with steady courage, she said, "What you're saying isn't right. You don't know her heart. And I won't sit here and let you tear someone down who has never harmed you." The room tensed instantly. The woman who had spoken against you did not expect resistance. She had expected laughter. She had expected support. She had expected loyalty to negativity. Instead, truth challenged her. And truth always makes those who are pretending uncomfortable. So she reacted, not with humility, but with control. She said the conversation was ruined. She called the other woman dramatic. She insisted the gathering was meant to be light. And then, with forced calmness, she asked her to leave. Because sometimes people would rather remove truth than remove their own bitterness. The woman who defended you walked out quietly. But integrity walked with her. Courage does not bow to gossip. Courage walks out. Now you might be wondering, who is this woman who accused you? Why does she carry such resentment? Why does she feel threatened by your presence even when you're not in the room? She is not distant from your life. She smiles in your presence. She acts warm. But inwardly, she compares herself constantly. She is connected to your circle, and comparison became poison in her heart long ago. Every time you grew, she felt smaller. Every time you were praised, she heard criticism about herself. Every time you walked confidently, she heard the echo of her own insecurity. What she said about you did not begin that night. It began long before. In quiet thoughts she never surrendered. In judgments she kept feeding. In resentment she refused to admit. But listen, the universe is not intimidated by her opinion. And neither should you be. You were never called to perform. You were never called to impress. You were called to be real, even if real makes others uncomfortable. Authenticity threatens those who live behind masks. While she tries to build approval by tearing you down, true growth builds you silently. Your season does not require defending yourself. Your assignment is not to explain who you are. Time will reveal your heart, and everyone who doubted will witness. But let me show you something deeper. Even though her words were meant to harm you, that moment turned into a spotlight revealing every hidden motive in that room. The ones who laughed exposed their insecurity. The ones who stayed quiet exposed their fear. The one who defended you revealed her loyalty. And the one who attacked you exposed her wound. Do not worry about being misunderstood. Every great journey walks through misunderstanding. Joseph was misunderstood. David was misunderstood. Even great leaders throughout history walked among people who questioned them, doubted them, and called them names. Yet destiny did not bend to opinion. You are not fake. You are becoming. And becoming is uncomfortable for those who choose stagnation. Your consistency bothers insecure hearts because it reveals effort they are unwilling to make. Your resilience helps those who secretly gave up. Your character inspires those who rely only on themselves. You are not their enemy. Their inner conflict is. And here is the truth. She did not call you fake because you are false. She called you fake because she cannot accept that someone can be genuine without pretending. Her words were projection, not reality. So do not internalize her sentence. Release it. Lift your head. Your path ahead is still bright. Your purpose is still unfolding. Your character is still seen by those who matter. And you will not let gossip rewrite your story. Now hear this deeper truth. You can use even this moment to cultivate strength. Strength that remains kind when insulted. Strength that remains calm when provoked. Strength that refuses bitterness, no matter how many seeds are thrown. And listen, something beautiful is happening that she is unaware of. The same women who heard the accusation will one day witness your integrity, your growth, your grace, your peace. And quietly, without a word, they will realize the truth for themselves. Vindication is coming, not through arguments, but through evidence. You will not need to say, "See, I was real all along." Your life will speak louder. So breathe. Rest. Let go of unseen conversations. Let go of rooms where your name is discussed. Let go of voices that think they control narratives. You are rewriting every whisper into a testimony. And hear this, you kept loving. You kept showing up. You refused to become bitter. And because of that maturity, doors are opening that jealousy cannot close. What others said to diminish you will be used to elevate you, not for ego, but for purpose. Walk forward. Your authenticity will outlast every accusation. Stay steady. Stay humble. Keep shining. Your story is not finished. The very mouths that tried to label you will one day fall silent in awe of what you have become. This situation is not just about gossip. It is not just about jealousy. It is not just about a woman who could not handle her own insecurities. This moment carries a lesson, a refining, a preparation. Something is shaping within you, something only pressure can reveal. You have prayed for strength. You have asked to grow, to mature, to prepare for bigger places. And here is something most never understand. Preparation does not come through applause. It comes through misunderstanding. It comes through moments where you are forced to choose character instead of reaction. It comes through the silence of choosing dignity when your name is mishandled. growth happens in unseen rooms. And while she was speaking about you, life was speaking over you. While she tried to lower your value, your place was being secured. While she discussed you casually, you were being written into assignments that do not require her permission. But let me show you what she never saw. When she said those words, she thought her voice had power. She believed her opinion shaped reality. But the truth is, every time someone speaks falsely against you, they unknowingly build a platform, not for their words, but for your vindication. Every insult becomes a stepping stone to demonstrate who you truly are. You don't need to silence lies. You outgrow them. Do you know why jealousy hurts so deeply? Because jealousy is rooted in comparison. And comparison blinds people to their own blessings. She did not hate you because of what you did. She resented you because you represent something she abandoned: authenticity, courage, and quiet consistency. Instead of healing her own wounds, she chose to target yours. But hear this: her behavior reveals her pain, not your worth. So ask yourself now, will you trust the process enough to stay silent when everything in you wants to explain yourself? Will you trust that your character defends you in rooms where you are not present? Will you trust that every word spoken is seen, recorded, and weighed? The night of that gathering, something shifted in the invisible realm you never saw. When accusation left her mouth, doors began to close, not physical doors, but doors of opportunity, doors of favor, doors of access. Because you cannot build a strong life on a heart that tears others down. She sowed words, and every word becomes a harvest. You, however, sowed silence, and silence, when chosen in faith, becomes protection. You did not chase them. You did not attempt to prove yourself. You didn't beg them to see you correctly. Instead, you chose peace, even when your heart hurt. And that choice was honored. Now listen carefully, because this is where everything turns. There is coming a moment when you will walk into a gathering, and the atmosphere will shift again, but this time, not because of gossip, but because of grace. The same people who once doubted you will see maturity, stability, calmness, and wisdom. And without you saying a single sentence, they will recognize they misjudged you. Conviction will fall without confrontation. And the woman who defended you that night, she paid a social price for truth. But she will be repaid with honor and protection. She may not know why doors open for her later, but you will know, because truth always receives its reward. Now let's go deeper, beyond the room, beyond the conversation, beyond the offense. You are tired of being misunderstood. You have wondered quietly, why am I always the one people test? Why does it always feel like someone has something to say about me? Why do I have to prove who I am over and over? And here is the answer: because leaders are refined in fire. Because great callings are not shaped in comfort. Because destiny requires resilience that cannot be taught in peaceful seasons. You are not fragile. You are becoming unbreakable. And unbreakable people are made through pressure. There is greatness in your life that others sense before even you do. And when people sense greatness without understanding its source, they either admire it or attack it. She chose to attack it. Others may too. But your task is not to stop them. Your task is to remain. Remain consistent. Remain grounded. Remain gentle. Remain faithful. Do not allow trauma to harden you. Do not let their opinions turn your heart cold. Do not change your nature to survive environments you will eventually outgrow. You are learning something rare: the strength to stay kind when kindness feels undeserved. Every injustice done to you, every misjudgment, every false label, every private attack, all of it will be used not to break you, but to position you. You are building a kind of credibility that cannot be bought, cannot be manufactured, and cannot be faked. People will trust you, not because you announced it, but because your endurance proves it. Soon there will be people who come to you quietly and say, "I misread you. I judged too quickly. I didn't understand your heart." And you will not answer with pride. You will gently smile, because by then your spirit will have healed. Healing is coming. Not from them, but from time, from wisdom, from growth. You will find peace where there was confusion. You will remove heaviness where there was weight. You will untangle the knots inside your chest that formed the day you heard those words. And one day, when you think about this moment, you won't feel pain. You will feel wisdom. But before we reach that day, know this: jealousy is not strength. It is woundedness disguised as confidence. She fights you because she thinks she is fighting irrelevance. She attacks you because she fears being unseen. She tears you down because she has never learned how to rise correctly. Pray for her, but protect your heart. Love her, but do not grant her access to your peace. Forgiveness doesn't mean exposure. Reconciliation doesn't always mean closeness. Boundaries honor both your growth and her healing process. And above all, keep walking. Because in front of you is a future where your voice carries weight, where your wisdom touches others, where your experience becomes counsel, where your pain becomes purpose. You will speak life into people who are exactly where you once stood, misunderstood, questioned, judged, labeled. You will tell them, survive the season where you are misinterpreted. Truth is being built inside you that cannot be shaken. And they will believe you, because your story will carry evidence. You are being taken somewhere jealousy cannot follow and insecurity cannot survive. You are not behind. You are not overlooked. You are not forgotten. This season is not punishment. It is refinement. It is foundation. It is preparation. Stay steady. Breathe deeply. Trust the process. There will always be rooms where your name is spoken. Some will honor you. Others will test you. But in every room you are absent from, truth is present. Every word is heard. Every action is seen. And no word crafted against you will ever redefine who you are becoming. Stay with me, because the story does not end with gossip, and it does not end with the wound. What happened that night was only the beginning of something larger that is being orchestrated in your life. Sometimes, exposure happens so the foundation becomes clear, not to humiliate, but to reveal hearts for what they truly are. Let me show you what happens next. Beyond that moment, beyond that room, beyond those whispers, time passes. Days move quietly, and life continues as if nothing has happened. But while everything seems calm on the surface, transformation has already begun beneath. Seeds were planted that night. Not seeds of destruction, but seeds of awakening. Those who heard the lie began to notice something. Your life didn't match the accusation. They expected inconsistency. They saw stability. They expected pretense. They found sincerity. They expected pride. They witnessed humility. And slowly, almost quietly, conviction began visiting hearts in silence. People started watching you differently, not with suspicion, but with curiosity. How does she stay gentle? Why doesn't she retaliate? Why does she still treat everyone with respect? Questions formed in minds because humility confuses gossip. Peace exposes insecurity. Patience unmasks false judgment. Every season of pain carries purpose wrapped inside it. Think back. There were moments earlier in your life where others misread you. Times when people formed opinions without knowing your journey. Moments where your intentions were misunderstood and your character was questioned. Each time, you felt a quiet ache, a quiet breaking, and yet each time, you didn't collapse. Instead, something unseen grew stronger inside you, endurance. And now that endurance is becoming part of your identity. There will be situations in the future where others will come to you for counsel, because they will sense it. She didn't crumble when they talked about her. She didn't change when they misjudged her. She didn't become bitter. She stayed kind. That kind of inner strength is rare, and it is forming deeply within you. But let me shift focus for a moment to the woman who spoke against you. She went home that night thinking she had won. She believed she had convinced others. She believed her words shaped perception. She smiled to herself, not knowing that every word was recorded in the ledger of truth. And slowly, without realizing it, unease began to visit her. Not guilt, at least not yet, but emptiness. Because talking about others fills space temporarily, but it never satisfies the soul. She began noticing the same thing happen repeatedly. No matter how much attention she tried to gain, peace still escaped her. Relationships still felt shallow. Approval still felt temporary. And there, in quiet moments, she started wrestling with questions she never wanted to face. Why do I feel threatened by her? Why do I compete with someone who isn't competing? Why do I feel smaller in rooms she never enters? The answer is simple but painful. She built her identity on comparison, not purpose. And comparison demands constant validation to survive. So when you walked beautifully, authentically, and quietly committed, you unintentionally exposed what she lacked, not through arrogance, not through pride, simply by being real. And here is where grace appears. Her heart may one day break, not because of punishment, but because of realization. She will see how many moments she wasted competing with someone who was never racing against her. She will begin to feel remorse, not fear-based, but genuine. And in that moment, something honest will happen inside her. She will see her insecurity for what it truly is, a wound left unhealed. Do not be surprised when the very ones who criticize you today eventually come seeking guidance tomorrow. That is how transformation works. Stories get redeemed, not erased. But let me return to you, because right now what matters most is your healing. You carry a quiet ache. A small question. Why did this happen? And the answer is tender. It happened so you could finally see what you have been preparing for. Leaders cannot be shaped in comfort. Those who will one day carry others must first survive being misunderstood themselves. What you went through did not harden you. It deepened you. There is something forming inside you now, a compassion that cannot be taught, only lived. You will be able to sit beside someone who has been falsely accused and say honestly, I understand. I've been there. Truth is patient. Lies are loud. But patience always wins. Look closely at your life. You did not lose anything. You didn't lose your identity. You didn't lose your calling. You didn't lose your peace. In fact, you gained something priceless, clarity about who truly stands with you and who only stands near you when it benefits them. Silence separated spectators from supporters. And the one who defended you, loyalty is rare, and courage is costly. She may have left that house feeling alone, but she did not walk out empty-handed. She carried honor with her. And honor opens doors that no invitation ever can. So now ask yourself gently, will you release resentment, even toward the one who hurt you? Not for her sake, but for yours. Because carrying bitterness binds you to the moment you were wounded. Letting go releases you into the future that is unfolding. Forgiveness doesn't deny the pain. It simply refuses to let pain become identity. Breathe. You are safe. No whisper spoken against you has rewritten a single line of your destiny. No opinion has undone your calling. You are still on track. You are still growing. You are still becoming. And soon, there will come a time when you look back on this chapter and say, that moment hurt, but it made me wiser. It shaped me. It stretched me. And somehow, it made me more patient, more graceful, and more understanding. That is transformation. And right now, even though you may not feel it, you are in the middle of one of the most important upgrades of your life. Stay with the process. Trust it. Walk gently. The storm was not meant to destroy you. It was meant to remove everything that could be removed. And after everything clears, the real you will still be standing. Now we come to the part you were meant to hear all along, the turning point. Not the moment when they spoke against you. Not the moment when they doubted you. But the moment when you stepped fully into your own strength. Because there comes a time when you no longer simply watch. You grow. Time keeps moving, and quietly, things begin to arrange themselves. Conversations shift. Perspectives soften. The very people who once listened silently begin to realize something that truth always reveals. In the end, consistency does not lie. A true heart cannot be hidden forever. And then something unexpected happens. The woman who spoke against you begins to feel the weight of her words. Opportunities she thought she deserved start slipping through her hands. Peace becomes harder to find. She cannot explain it, but she senses something has gone wrong inside, like a thread she pulled without knowing it would unravel her own peace. One night, she lies awake, replaying everything, feeling a tightness that refuses to leave. Not guilt forced by fear, but conviction born from truth. A memory rises in her mind, the look in the eyes of the woman she pushed out of the house. The silence that fell after the echo of her own words. Sharp and unnecessary. And for the first time, a whisper forms inside her. I was wrong. Not loud, not dramatic, but real. Conviction never shouts. It gently invites the heart to see. And in that tiny moment of honesty, healing begins, not instantly, but quietly. She begins to understand something she had refused to face for years. She has been at war with herself, not with you. And this realization may eventually lead her to apology. Maybe not today, maybe not tomorrow, maybe never in front of everyone. But one day, in a moment of humility, she will speak softer. She will treat you differently. She will lower the wall she built. And you, by then, will not hold anger. You will hold wisdom. But listen, the real miracle is not her change. The real miracle is yours. Because there comes a day, sooner than you expect, when you wake up and realize something sacred has happened inside your heart. You are no longer replaying the conversation. You are no longer defending yourself in your mind. The words that once cut you now feel distant, powerless, like echoes fading in the wind. You breathe differently. You carry yourself differently. Not hardened. Not bitter. Just peaceful. This is healing. And here is something beautiful. What was meant to harm you has polished your heart. Patience grew where anger wanted to live. Dignity strengthened where impulsiveness wanted to react. Compassion grew where pride wanted to rise. You didn't lose yourself in the process. You found a deeper version of yourself. And now you are ready for something greater. Ahead of you is a season where your authenticity will be needed. People will come, not because you are loud, but because you are steady. They will open their hearts because they recognize safety. And safety is something only healed people carry. You will console the misunderstood. You will encourage the overlooked. You will uplift the insecure. You will remind broken hearts that they are seen. And every time you speak, a quiet authority will flow, not because of titles or achievements, but because your voice has walked through fire and refused to burn. That is influence. Not performance. Not pretending. Not image. Truth. Now listen closely, because here is the final word. No one's opinion will ever outrank your calling. No room where your name is discussed will have more authority than the room where you built your character in silence. No whisper against you carries the weight of the promises you have made to yourself. You are not fake. You are not fragile. You are not forgotten. You are becoming. And becoming is holy work. So walk forward, head lifted, heart soft, steps steady. Bless those who misunderstood you. Release those who misjudged you. Pray for those who envied you. And keep your eyes on your path, because your story is far from over. In the future, when you look back at this moment, you will not see betrayal. You will see construction. You will see a foundation built deep enough to hold everything that is about to be placed on your life. And when people finally say, "I see who she really is now," you will smile, not because you needed validation, but because truth finally reached the surface. You endured. You loved. You kept your heart open when it would have been easier to close it. Not because you were perfect, but because you trusted the process. Now rest. Let go of what was said. Let go of what hurt. Let go of the tension. A new chapter is opening, one where your peace is unshakable, your faith is deeper, and your future shines clearer than ever. And remember this always: what was meant to break you became the very thing that built you. Now rise quietly, gracefully, confidently. Your story continues. And the next chapters will not be written in pain, but in purpose.